I'm going to be talking about my personal opinion about different breeds of chickens from Hoover's Hatchery. I'm a pullet seller. I sell to backyard chicken owners mostly, and my review will be just my opinion about different breeds and whether they're good for beginner to intermediate backyard chicken owners. Um, I like Hoovers because they're fairly cost effective. The downside, I guess, for a backyard owner is that the minimum is 15 chicks. So you will probably have to go in with a friend if your city doesn't allow 15 chicks. I would remind you to, of course, probably get all female chicks because most cities don't allow roosters, and remind you that some of those chicks will probably even be roosters even though they've been sexed. But that's a different topic. The first one we have here is a meat bird. I have a video about meat birds versus egg birds. So you don't want to get those if you're a backyard chicken owner, most likely. Next we have Indian red junglefowl. This is a fairly advanced low egg producing chicken, and I wouldn't recommend it for backyard chicks. Same with golden phoenix. Sicilian buttercup, they're very pretty. They're small, lay small eggs. I wouldn't say that's a good beginner chicken. Silver phoenix, also rare advanced. And same with white face black Spanish. Ancona, I don't have much experience with, but I seem to remember they said they're flighty, and anything that's flighty is not a good fit for a backyard owner for obvious reasons. Barnevelder, I've had raised those, and they seem very calm. I've never owned one, but that seems like a really good breed. They are a little pricey, but might be worth it if you like the way they look. Blue Andalusian, I do own one. It's very good productive, but they are one of the most easily nervous chickens that I've owned as chicks. So from that point of view, I don't think they're such a great fit for a backyard, although they're not terrible. Leghorns, any leghorn, no. They're I've been on Facebook groups, and people ask what's the worst breed that you have ever had, and hands down it's leghorn. They're flighty, they can be mean, even though they lay beautiful white eggs. I would not recommend them. Blue Jersey Giant, at first I thought, who wants a giant chicken in their backyard? The chick lady that's been there for 20 years at my feed store, she says it's the best chicken for backyards. They're very calm, and she says they're the peacemaker. I've never owned one, but they were very nice pullets. Blue Lace Gold Wyandotte, I have one. They are one of the most popular breeds right now for good reason. They are very calm and easy to take care of. They do dig a lot. They are big foragers, so if you have a delicate yard, I wouldn't recommend a Wyandotte, but they are beautiful, and they lay well, and they live a long time. Orpingtons, they're like the golden retriever of the chicken family. I would highly recommend them for any first-time chicken owner. And this is just the chocolate variety. They come in all different colors. Morans, people love them for their dark eggs, dark chocolate brown eggs. I've had one, and it was very stocky, that particular one I had, and it got really hot, even though I live in Pacific Northwest, but I'm sure there's different kinds. I've only owned one, and it was a fine chicken and laid these beautiful eggs. and people love them. So that might be something that you like. Olive egger, I have one of those. This is a hybrid. Any hybrid tends to be bred for high output and therefore short life. So as a backyard chicken owner, that's something you need to think about. Is it more of a pet or is it more of an egg layer? We have one of each in my family. We have my partner who thinks of chickens pretty much as egg layers, and I think of them as pets. So we have a half and half of these kind of chickens. Pearl onyx, I don't know much about them, but I think rare, maybe hard to take care of. Salmon Ferverol, I have owned them. It didn't do well with mites, unfortunately. And it was kind of cranky, but I know people love them. They're have a pink egg, and one bird temperament does not mean anything about the whole breed. So that might be something if you like a rainbow of eggs. They are definitely a rainbow chicken. Sapphire Splash, I don't know much about them. Probably a hybrid, short-lived. Starlight Green Egger, I do own one. It is a nice chicken. It looks like it has some Rhode Island Red in it. Rhode Island Reds are great, and again, it's a hybrid, so probably won't live very long, but it does lay green eggs consistently. Turkins, they're not very popular, but I know some people love these bare neck chickens. I've never had one, so I can't really comment on them, but they are good for hot climates, I've heard. Jersey Giant we covered. Mystic Onyx is another rare breed that's probably not great for new owners. Same with this. Polish came in second place on the Facebook group I was in as the chicken breed that no one would ever get again. They supposedly are not very intelligent to the point where they can hurt themselves, which is also true of English Orpingtons, I've heard. And I don't particularly like the way they look, so I've never owned one. I'd have a friend who has one and he likes it, but it's just a matter of opinion. I think they're pretty easy to own. It's just whether you like the way they look or not. Another rare breed I don't know anything about. And these are all rare and Polish. Okay, Beefelder is another old breed, and I've raised these as pullets. Also very calm. Never owned one, but these seem like a good breed. And Wyandottes, yes, always a good breed. Okay, next page. Cream leg bar. These lay beautiful blue eggs always. They're a little flighty. I've had mine fly over the fence twice. They're very narrow bodied, so they can fly easily. And they're pretty independent. They dig a lot. And all that said, I love mine. I sell them still. And their eggs are a little small, but I love them. So I would recommend this. Maybe not for beginner, but definitely intermediate chicken owner. Okay, more Morans, Leghorns, Orpingtons, Java. Java they sell at my feed store, so they're not super rare, but I know some people think they're great. I have no experience with them, so I can't say one way or another. Blue Ball Egger is another hybrid. Sapphire Olive Egger, I actually own one, and it puts out great amounts of olive colored eggs, but again, it's a hybrid, so it might not live very long. Wilbar, I have no experience. Amberlink, no experience. Sorry. Americana, these are a cross between an Araucana, which is a jungle bird that lays blue eggs, and an American chicken of unknown origin. They're hybrids. I think they might be a little better long-lived than other hybrids because they're made more for steady egg laying than high put output. People love them. They don't always lay blue eggs, so that's something you're taking a gamble on. And I sell these regularly. People just love them. Australorp. Um, I've owned one of these before. They are a good chicken. Sex Link is another high output chicken. Buff Orpington, the classic golden retriever chicken. Plymouth Barred Rock, another great beginner chicken. People just love these or hate these. I think I think some people don't like them because they're like so. Both of these are just like every feed store has them. So, you know, they're kind of vanilla, but they're vanilla for a reason because they're steady, friendly, great chickens for especially a beginning chicken owner or a family. The Barred Rocks are super friendly and soft. So I've had both of these and I like them. Another meat bird, California White, I've never had, so I don't know anything about it. Same with New Hampshire Production Red, probably another hybrid with a Rhode Island Red back, so good layer, but not long-lived. Same with Rainbow. Rhode Island Red, another classic. I had a bad experience with the Rhode Island Red the first time I met one, but it had been mistreated, and I've since changed my mind about them. Since I've been raising pullets, they are very friendly, very smart, very agile, and they're just a great backyard breed. So if you like these chickens, I recommend them. Let's see. Well, Summer, I've owned this, another just steady breed, very calm. Had no problems with it. Speckled Sussex, another breed that I sell often. They are calm. I've never owned one, but they seem like great birds. And Dominique, I don't know anything about. Okay. Cinnamon Queen, I own one of these. And she actually went broody, and I had put some eggs under her and she hatched them and was a great mother. They're not supposed to go broody, but any chicken can go broody, I think. The softer the feathers, the more likely they are to go broody. Anyway, this one's bred for high production of eggs. As you can see, it's probably Rhode Island Red hybrid, and it lays all the time. It's a great chicken. Brahmas, oh my god, I got a light Brahma recently. I just love that chicken. They're very big and you have to adjust your coop for it. So this is more of an intermediate to advanced chicken, but still a great backyard chicken. Especially if you live in a cold climate. I really love mine. It's my favorite chicken, I think. It has a great personality. Golden Comet, another hybrid. Delaware, I've raised these. They are kind of meat birds, so these I don't know how great they are for eggs, but I think they're probably okay, and they seem like nice birds. Hybrid, Brahma, Sapphire Gems, another hybrid that is very popular because of their coloring. And these are nice chickens also. Okay. Buckeye, way back, it was from a Rhode Island Red. These seem like nice chickens. I haven't owned one, but I do raise them, and they are popular. Lockenfelder, I don't know anything about. Okay, let's see if there's anything else interesting here. California Gray, I don't know. Production Blue, that's probably going to be another hybrid. Leghorns, I don't recommend, and I don't know about Smoky Pearl or White Rock. So that's it. I hope my information was useful to you, and I do really like Hoover's. You do have to. You can order on the web, but if you want vaccines, you have to call them. That's the only thing, and they have free shipping. So the price you see is what you pay. Thanks for your time.